y'all, welcome back to another video. Grab your sketchbook and sketch along with me, or you can just hang around for the vibes. Either way, I'm happy you're here. So I've wanted to try this challenge for a while now. I actually attempted filming this exact video what feels like 100 times, and it just wasn't working out too hot. I was either just too caught up on how I wanted to go about it, or I was just too stretched for time, honestly. But I finally sat down with myself and said, you are going to start this challenge and you are going to film. Stop worrying about the setup, stop worrying about the lighting, just make it happen. And here we are. I've picked out my reference from the magical library that is Pinterest, and now I'm just showing you guys my sketching process. I'm not going to film the process of every sketch because I don't want to bore you guys to death, but I will be giving progress updates throughout the week. So day one, we are going to be working on portrait studies. I'm really excited because I've been practicing with portraits pretty much all of last year. So this will give me a good gauge of how much I've improved so far. I chose this reference first because it's the closest to the style I've been obsessing over lately. And I'm sorry if the lighting kind of changes over the course of this time lapse. I filmed this at literally 2 a.m., 2 in the morning. So it's just the light was not really there. So here I'm just going in with some of the dark parts of the sketch, giving the shadows, and that's what creates the depth and dimension. Going in with my trusty blending stump. I love and live by these things. I cannot get enough of blending. And yeah, nothing major. This is really just a pretty loose sketch. So aside from this challenge, I wanted to take this as an opportunity for you guys to get to know me a little better. I'm going to answer some questions that I've picked out. Let's start with an easy one. What is my sign? I am a Capricorn. I actually just celebrated my birthday. It's on the 19th. So next question. What inspired me to start making art, and how did my creative journey begin? I have always been a creative person, I think, from a very, very young age. I'm not an only child, but I was the only child in my household for some years, so I really have been an introvert from the very beginning. I just remember sitting on the floor of my childhood home with pencil and paper in hand, and for hours and hours at a time, I would be making short stories and illustrating the characters, and I was just really invested into doing things like that. And I would also just take random objects around the house and try to make and build my own toys. So I've just been drawn to creating and just having the freedom to make something that is 100% mine. So at some point I woke up and I just got right back to sketching. These are really just some random doodles, just anything to get something on these pages. Hopping right back in with some questions. Am I a morning person or a night owl? Every time I've filmed so far, it's been past 12 a.m. in the morning. And then after that, after I filmed, I'm up editing. So I don't go to bed until maybe 6 a.m. Yeah, definitely a night owl. What's one fear that I've faced in my art journey that I'm proud of overcoming? My first initial fear is probably just sharing my art in the first place. I've never really been a person to share the things I do, like my what's the word? Pleasures? That sounds so wrong. But what I'm trying to say is I just usually never share my craft with people. Usually because when you make something that's yours, it just feels kind of personal. You know, just that vulnerability of allowing someone to have the opportunity to just either love it or judge it. And I think my fear is the judgment part. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. So I've always sort of been like a person that never liked to disappoint or let anyone down or just feel like I'm not good enough. So usually I just don't like sharing things because I don't want someone to have the opportunity to, bash what I've done or just make me feel inferior or less than. So, really overcoming my fear of just simply opening up and sharing, just letting the possibilities be what they may. And yeah, so I'm very proud of these steps I'm making. Still have quite a ways to go with it. I want to do way more. So, we're still learning and we're still growing. What's my favorite type of music? I really don't have a favorite type of music because I love all genre of music. Something with a pretty flowy beat and yeah, just something that's really just kind of a vibe. How do I unwind or recharge when I need a break from creating? Well, if I say I'm starting to feel a little bit of burnout from sketching, I will usually try to just alternate to a different hobby. So I was crocheting, and that was really fun. It was nice to give myself a bit of a breather. Also, spending time with friends and loved ones is a good way to just unwind and just reset. What's my comfort TV show or movie to watch on repeat? The list goes on and on and on. I have to give it to the show that I just cannot let go. Like, no matter how much time passes, I end up returning to it. And that is probably King of the Hill. It's just so funny to me. Another show that I could probably watch on repeat is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's another comedy. I mean, the show itself is really just ridiculous, but it's just something about that dry, dumb humor that I love. How do I stay motivated and inspired to create, especially during creative blocks? How I stay motivated is I just don't want to let myself down, or I just don't want to give up. Like, I had a bad habit in my early days of just simply giving up, or if I don't like how I feel when I'm doing something, I'll just protect myself and turn away from it. But now that I'm older, I just want to start something and never stop. So that's kind of how I'm staying motivated right now. It's just, I don't want to give up on myself. I do not want to give up on my dreams. And I just have a greater plan in my head. I just believe that there is something better in the future for me. And I'd be doing myself a disservice if I were to just say, forget it and never think of it again, you know? And also, there's just literally something within me. Like, it wants to do something. Like, even when I'm sitting idly, my brain is constantly thinking of new ideas of what I could draw, or new ideas of what art I could try, and just all that. All right, guys, last question. What's a fun fact about my personality? Well, if y'all haven't been able to tell, I'm all over the place. Even though I often come off as like shy and reserved, I'm just a naturally goofy person. I love to make people laugh, and I just love laughter in general. Yeah, that's me. We are at the end of this challenge. I did not complete this challenge. Nevertheless, I still had a lot of fun. I counted, and I'm pretty sure I completed 30 drawings. That may seem like a low number, but that's a lot of sketching. And I've had a lot of fun doing that. Also, sorry if the audio sounds a little low, like I'm whispering, because I am. I appreciate you for watching this video if you've even made it this far. And I can't wait for more videos and projects in the future. And next time, we're going to complete them 100%. So until next time, bye guys.